Well, Virginia, I saw this and I thought of you, and I was like, boy, if there's ever anybody that should be joining this, it would be Virginia. There's this woman on TikTok, and she's put together her Don't Care Club. It's all for women that are going through menopause, and here she is breaking it down on what the club stands for and who should be in it.
So I started this club called the We Do Not Care Club, and this is for anybody going through perimenopause and menopause. I posted a video asking who wanted to join, and when I tell you we got so many members in this club, but what I did was compile a list of all the stuff that we don't care about no more, okay? We don't care about bras no more because bras suffocate us. We don't need that no more. We don't care if we look pregnant and we're really not pregnant. We don't care about matching clothes and wearing PJs all day. Clothes is clothes. That's it. That's the standard. We don't care about being on time for them, baby. Be happy that I showed up, because I don't even want to be here. We don't care about unpainted big toenails and wearing flip-flops with them. Listen, that's a luxury to be able to paint your toenails. Toenails is toenails. Just I'm gonna wear my flip-flops, and that's that. We don't care that people around us think we got shitty attitudes. That's not on us. That's on them. If you don't like my attitude, get out my face then. We don't care about watching TikTok instead of cleaning up. Don't nobody have time to clean up no way. I mean, really and truly, if people around us quit messing up, then maybe we would clean up. But that's out. We don't care that we look like Adam Sandler and Wesley Snipes. That's it. If that's how I look, then that's how I look. God made me this way.
Wait, okay, we look like Adam Sandler or Wesley Snipes. She is amazing.
I thought that was pretty good. I'm like, boy, if there's ever somebody who needs to join the We Don't Care Club.
Oh, I would love to be in her club. Anything she's doing, please let me be in a club.
It is kind of interesting to see some of the people talking about menopause and what a body change it is. I know you've talked about your own experiences with it, and I saw this article today by this author and integrative health educator named Carly Hawk. She was giving a speech during one of her book launches and just froze. And she's like, oh my gosh, she's like, I think I'm going through burnout. When she started looking into it more, she realized, it's not burnout, it's menopause. And she started talking a little bit more now and has done basically some articles on going through menopause, talking about how she's got brain fog, sleep disruption, the emotional turbulence that goes with it. Well, she said that, look, estrogen seriously impacts the brain. I've got chronic stress. And she says, look, this is all about reclaiming your power before, during, and after menopause. And I think it is kind of freeing that maybe as you were younger, you had all the expectations that you heard about just laid out in the We Don't Care Club. And you get to the point saying, I'm done chasing it.
Well, our mothers never told us what they went through. I love that these women now that are my age, that are going through it, are talking about it and warning the younger women, hey, I don't want you to be blindsided. You're not going to want to get out your pajamas. You're going to be brain foggy. You're going to feel unmotivated, and you're just going to feel yucky. And that is coming. So prepare yourself mentally. Don't be blindsided.
I mean, I have every one of those symptoms. So I really do think I have frontopause. Sympathy pains, they say.
Guys have their own with testosterone.
Oh, you can feel, I tell Denny's, I go, it works every 3.5 years, you start to lose just another step.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
And then there's a certain age where you're like, yep, there's a lot of steps lost.
Yeah. Lynn had said, amen to Virginia talking about that. Our mothers never told us anything about what to expect with menopause, and our generation have been completely unprepared, and it's shameful. Menopause changes everything. Who you were before is not who the person you are after. And the person who was texting me during the show was talking a bit about how they had gone to the doctor to let them know about some of the symptoms they had and the hormone levels. And, she said, I just asked my doctor to include hormone level testing in my blood work, and my doctor refused and said, you're fine.
Yeah, it's insulting, and it happens all the time. And women are told, it's normal, just go through it. Well, why should you? If there's things you can do to make it less traumatic, and that's what it is. People have to understand, women and men need to know that menopause is traumatic for the person going through it.
Yeah.
And they change, and their personality changes, and their psychology changes, and how they look at things change. And so to act like it's no big deal and just suck it up, buttercup, is really a dick way to practice medicine.
Let me ask you this question, because I know someone that's going through this, and it seems as my buddy's wife, she's changed her personality, and she is really mean to him. And he's not a mean person. He's a very nice person. And I've seen her be mean for no reason, to the point where it's embarrassing. And then she blames it on menopause. What do you say to somebody who's married to someone going through that? Is menopause, I guess my question is menopause a viable, valid excuse to treat your partner like shit?
No. So I think that partners should be aware of what she's going through. But if she begins to abuse him and changes so drastically that she is now gone from being a nice wife to an abusive, mean wife, that I would never, ever say that is forgivable. What I would tell them to do is to get into some kind of couples therapy and figure out tools to deal with her hot flashes, mood swings. These things are real, and they do change you, and you do snap, and you do lash out, and you do feel bad afterwards. But professional intervention may be necessary if he's at the point where he is just sad in his marriage.
Okay, hold on. Let's very quick and send. I just had to send something to Panda. No, I'm not talking about.
Oh, I snapped at him last night, and he didn't deserve it. But
So when that happens, do you try to make it right, or do you just go, fuck it, it's menopause, deal with it?
No, I didn't say anything. I just harshly corrected him for the behavior that I thought he shouldn't have done when he was just trying to be helpful. And yeah,
Oh boy,
it's rough.
So, okay, but that is my question, because that's what's going on with my buddy. Something will happen to him, and he's like, I didn't do anything wrong. And I've even seen it with my own eyes where he did nothing. She snaps, embarrasses him in front of people.
Well, that's not cool.
No, But I guess when you feel bad for snapping at Panda, do you now go back to him and say, "Hey, babe, I'm sorry for snapping at you," or do you say it was my menopause, or do you just say I'm sorry?
All of the above, and you have to talk about it because he sees me physically going through it with the hot flashes and the mood swings, and one mood I'm this and the next second I'm this. Like, it's like living with a crazy person.
Because I think that's what people want to know is, when are you just supposed to shut up and take it because someone's going through something very traumatic, or when is someone just being an asshole to you and you don't have to take that? That's what my question is.
I would say getting a therapist involved is very important at the point where you say your brother or your buddy is at. Your buddy sounds like she's just being cruel to him.
And then blames it on menopause.
But if he didn't do anything wrong and she's being cruel, that's different than he did something wrong and you lashed out and then said you were sorry afterwards. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've witnessed things develop in real time, and I go, oh fuck, that was not cool.
Look, I know somebody whose wife is going through it like I am, and he has taken the initiative to do the research, to look into it, to try to figure out things he can do to make it less awful for her. And I posted a video today, ironically, on our Instagram stories of a husband who is doing it right, who is trying to preemptively prevent all of the things that could cause his menopausal wife to flip the fuck out. And I would just encourage any spouse of a woman who's going through menopause to please try to judge her a little less harshly. If she's being mean, just know it's because her hormones are playing tricks on her brain. She's having hot flashes that are making her temperature rise fucking 30, 40, 50 degrees and making her go insane.
But what if she hauls? Okay, I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm really just asking honest questions.
You're about to cross the line.
See, I'm scared, Kevin. But like, what if you say you temporarily go insane and you punch your mate? And it's menopause.
No.
When does I guess
I would never condone physical violence. That's not good. You should not hit your spouse, whether you're a female or a male.
But it was menopause, Virginia.
We don't do that. We don't strike our spouse. We love our spouse. There's plenty of other people out there that you could and should strike.
So there is a way to control certain things. If you're able to control that, then you're able to.
If she is intolerable, insufferable, if it's to the point where your buddy is like, I don't know what to do, they need to get in front of a therapist and before it turns physically violent, figure out how to give her tools and how to give him tools to navigate it. I'm not at that bad of a situation yet where, like, you know, everybody's crumbling. Everybody in my family knows what I'm going through because I'm very vocal about it.
You're vocal?
It's
that was a joke.
It's okay to talk about menopause. And I think the more we talk about it and the more everybody knows where everybody else is coming from, the better everybody will navigate it. It's only when we don't talk about it that we have severe issues and problems.
Okay.
Kevin.
As I'm having a hot flash and fanning my neck because I feel my temperature has gone up about 30 degrees.
Because I was asking questions?
No.
Okay.
Just because naturally this happens to me about 15 times during every morning show.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking scared over here.
I'm scared for your buddy.
I'm scared for him, too.
Because if you already have a mean wife and then she goes through menopause and gets like, you know.
So are you saying you're a mean wife?
I'm not a mean wife normally.
Oh, okay.
But if you already have a mean wife and she becomes 30 to 40% meaner when she's going through menopause, good fucking luck.
How would you respond if you were in the midst of just chewing his ass and he just said something simply, is this you or is this the menopause? Like, where is this coming from? This level of vitriol.
Oh,
what does that do for you? Because I believe you need to be understanding, but I'm not a big fan of also being a doormat and just taking abuse constantly for no reason without any kind of chance to say, hey, can you be aware of your tone and the language you're using with me?
That's exactly where my buddy is at. You're basically saying what he's saying. I don't want to be a doormat, but I also don't want to be a dick and not understand what she's going through.
Well, she might be too big of a bitch to confront with those facts as she's having a meltdown. They may need to get an expert to help them that she can't lash out at. She can't lash out at the therapist that's giving her tools and trying to help her navigate menopause. She can lash out at her husband, and in privacy, it sounds like that's exactly what she is doing. And if it's crossing a line into abuse, I don't think that's healthy for any relationship. Mm-hmm. You need help if it's abusive.
Right. And that's where I think that for guys, I would still try to phrase it nicely and try to stay in your own and don't let your emotions get involved with this. But yeah, I think at some point I have to be like, I need to say something about this because this is not fair to me.
Because couldn't you see also somebody using it?
100%.
They're just being an asshole.
Yes.
Oh, it's my menopause. Like anybody would use anything.
If she's always been a bitch and then she's about to go through menopause, look out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Time to go.
It's time to go.
Get your affairs in order and maybe get a lawyer.
Yeah, we had a menopause this relationship, but I got to call a legal team.
Yes.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.